Why, hello there, Knife Tale here, bringing you a summary of a knife that I have done a full review on. Their full review will be linked in the description, and I do hope you're having a good day and you enjoy this video. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, or at least subscribing. It would greatly help the channel out and doesn't cost you anything. Let's get into the actual checking out the knife. This is the Robert Carter Nick Chuperin BBM. This is the V2, I believe. This is a USA-made custom. And yeah, these are pretty freaking awesome. It's pretty beautiful. This is what like my favorite configuration of this knife. I absolutely adore this. The way this thing has been diamond patterned with like a fade diamond pattern with this frosty sort of blue fading. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just love this thing. This thing's also got zirconium collars and clip. I'm not fond of zirconium clips. It's zirconium soft. It flexes, but it doesn't have like the memory of titanium. I kind of just wish it was a regular titanium clip. I'll be honest with you, but no complaints there. Overall, it's still great. Let's be honest. This is a knife that is in Nitro V. It is hollow ground very deeply. Got a satin horizontal up top, vertical down bottom with a, I don't know if that's a blasting or almost an orange peel in the fuller. It is a Tonto blade shape, drop point Tonto. Surprisingly good access to the tip for a Tonto, though of course you can get to the secondary tip as well. You got a poon up here. You have nothing on the blade except for this. That is Nick Chuperin's and Robert J. Carter's initials, basically. Maker's mark, I guess. Everything else on this thing has been, well, not branded, which you gotta love. You gotta appreciate seeing that. Oh, I forgot to mention, it has a small but very nicely done. Where is that stupid thing? Very nicely executed. Seriously, where did it go? I just had it. Oh well, I'll find it later. I was just going to wipe it off and everything, but it actually has a small zirconium backspacer too, which is pretty kind of cool. Really nicely hit with some chamfering and stuff like that. It is titanium scales. There is no internal milling. It is not a super heavy knife. It is a pretty small knife overall. You've got about a little over 3 inches of blade and 7 1/8-ish overall. It is not particularly large. In fact, it is kind of on the smaller side for what I even normally like. However, with this big, generous choil up here, you can get a very, very comfortable 4-finger grip on it. The sharpening choil could be a tiny bit better. I'm not going to complain at all. And the stop pin hits far enough away that you can definitely cut in choil if you're going to continuously use it. And it's probably not going to go too fast, considering how deep and how thin this thing is back here. It does get a bit thicker at the tip. You can actually see the grind get a little bit, or the edge angle get a little bit broader at the tip there. It does definitely get thicker for a pretty robust tip, honestly. But it's super, super thin and cuts very, very well. Nitro V is popular in the custom maker scene, I know that. We typically see it as on a budget knives in production knives, but well heat treated, well finished, executed, yeah. It's a custom, that's what it is, right? It just, they do what they want because it's the custom realm. You can see all kinds of steels on customs. I mean, AEBL and RWR34 are very popular ones as well, that sort of hit all the ranges, right? Everything has this beautiful ano on it, including the hardware here, which they've done a very good job of getting very close to matching, which I can appreciate. Nice chamfer, kind of like a shadowboxing surround to this, I guess, faux scale or faux inlay kind of thing that's going on here. Very attractive. Very minimal. Very, I mean, like, the handle to the blade is very narrow, small, skinny, whatever you want to call it. It gives it a very distinct look. Lock bar access is surprisingly great, even though it's not... it does actually protrude just a tiny bit. You can kind of see it there. Just the tiniest hair, or maybe not at all. Maybe that's just an illusion. But you've got... my words are not coming to me today. I apologize for that. You've got chamfers on both sides, bowling it out, giving you pretty darn good access. I can actually come from the side here. This is on bearings, though I would say this is one of the most interesting feeling knives I've ever had. The bearings feel... this feels like it's on washers. It really does. It is so... I mean, I got this one not directly from Nick Chuper, and I got this one on Arizona Custom Knives. I think it said it was new, or there was only one owner, but I don't know if they swapped out, if the bearings... I think it's still bearings in there, I'm pretty sure. It's just... it doesn't feel like it. It really feels like hydraulic, perfectly consistent washers. It is gorgeous access. It does make the thumb flick a little bit awkward. You kind of got to get at... well, the size of the knife and putting pressure on the lock bar makes the thumb flick a little bit awkward, but you can do it. But for the reverse flick, yeah, it's beautiful. There is no lock bar insert, which sometimes customs, they don't do that on. It can work. It doesn't always necessarily cause a problem, so I'm not upset. Yeah, this thing is just cool. That's what this is. This is a really cool knife. They do still make these primarily, I think, Nick Chuper is where you get to his website. He's doing more Ragnaroks right now. But these are still occasionally made, as far as I know. And they're expensive. They are. They're $900-ish knives, depending on the variants. I mean, this would be over that with the Zerk and all the stuff. There's some variation to those knives. They're expensive, but they are, again, small batch not even small batch, just like individual working customs, I guess. Probably, I think it's primarily just him and maybe like a small group that he employs, maybe. So yeah, you're definitely paying for it, but this is really just a beautiful, cool piece that is distinct and different and has a unique feel, and yeah, I just like it. I like this knife a lot. It is centered, there's no play. Not much else to say here. It's a simple titanium frame lock, but I don't know. Just look at that and tell me that is not an attractive knife, honestly. Can you do it? I don't think you can. So, I'm going to end things here. Nice and simple, nice and quick summary. Mostly just showing off the knife because I love it. I will end things and say thank you for watching and see you later. Have a great day. Bye for now. I don't know what my voice did there, but okay.